People have been so undone that I haven't been around. Just being a mother, you know, drowning. We're going to do a little chitty chat tonight about internet fun. Internet fun. And the internet fun tonight is scam number 498. I have a whole list of them here. Joe Rogan, Tom Peter, Alex Devon, Jeff Math, Ritual Management, David Miguel, Lewis Howe School of Greatness. These are all scams that I've gotten in the last 2 weeks that want to pay me $2,000, $3,000, $3,000, $4,000, and now $5,000 to join them on a Facebook that's going to be a wonderful podcast interview live on Facebook. Very first one they've ever done. And I do this again because I think it's really important for people to understand how easy it is to get scammed, and particularly in light of what happened on the news. So we are going to click. Oh, I was using my computer. We're going to click my Zoom meeting, and then we're going to have Tony Robbins. I think Tony Robbins. Oh, this is probably the normal scammer. I don't know if you heard what happened, but on March 25th, an Uber driver was killed because they went to a house and they were instructed to pick up a package, which is evidently some sort of like Uber thing. And when she went to pick up the package, the man at the house, William Brock, was 81, killed her, shot her 3 times. And William Brock said, he had just gotten a phone call and he wanted to know who had called, who had sent her to get this $13,000. And she was like, well, I have no idea. I just got an Uber. an Uber request. Well, the William Brock fellow, the 81-year-old who killed Lolitha Hall, he said, go on. He said, first they said it was court, your child's going to be, blah, blah, blah. And then he said, then they said, actually, I have your family member hostage and you need to give this money or we're not going to let them, out or whatever. And so he didn't call the police until after he had shot her 3 times. You're not telling it right. All right, well, okay. I don't know what to tell you. Let's see here. Might not work. Kindly join the desktop. Note to self. The desktop is D-E-X-T-O-P, desktop. Also called the desktop. The desktop. You got scanned today. You've really got to be careful. And I don't know how to help people. I had a friend who said she thought she was hiring a publicist and did a Zoom with this person. They seemed legitimate, paid them $3,000, and they did nothing. Fortunately, or hopefully, her credit card, she will be able to get her money back. But these scams are on and on and on. And I think what's particularly scary about the William Brock and Lolitha Hall is William Brock was 81 and killed a woman because he thought that a family member of his was being hurt. No, it was not a UPS driver, Jeannie. It was an Uber driver. And the reason I know that is because Uber, their response was they banned the person from using their platform. She was not delivering a package. She was supposed to pick up a package. He thought the package was supposed to be the money he is getting And she didn't know anything about it. She had been scammed to pick up the package. So anyway, it was Uber. So Uber has now, banned this person, which, as we all know, does absolutely nothing because people use fake names and numbers all the time. Anyway, let's see here. Joe Rogan online podcast, $2,000. Now, what's interesting about this one is that, hold on, when you go on this one, it's it's Tony Robbins. So this Tony Robbins is Jeffrey. That is the other scammer I've had. And he is a total, the other word for cat. Meow. Yeah. That's him. Tony Robbins Management Personal Meeting Room. So these people sit around and try to scam people. And I'm not going to have it. I know some people are like, why do you keep talking about this? Because it's terrible. It is terrible. And I don't like it. So I'll keep talking about it. Because it matters. And if you want to live in a world that is nice, I don't even like paying taxes, much less like paying scammers. Right? Yeah, Jeffrey. It's amazing to me that someone could have a quarter of a brain and this is what they do with it. What a shame. What a shame. That I can't imagine raising 4 children who I'm working really hard to raise and then having this is how they end up. Just like doo-doo on a shoe, right? That's all. Nothing else. Just doo-doo. Yeah, he's too chicken to show up, I reckon. Are you waiting for a call? Yes, I was waiting for a call, but he evidently got scared, which happens. Yes, everything is good. I have been busy with kids. Holy crap-oly. I have a lot of kids. My dad and I were talking yesterday, and he was like, you have 4 children. I mean, it's just a lot. You're trying to educate them and do all these things. And I was like, holy cow. I mean, it's way more expensive than I thought. I got a call and thought of you and didn't fall for it. Oh, I'm so glad. Medicare, trying to get my information. Why are the police not doing more? I think it's really hard to catch people that hide behind fake emails and fake phone numbers. He's probably watching. Oh yeah, that turd is watching. You would think they wouldn't bother you. I don't think they know. I think they send out a ton of invitations. So again, let's just go over some of the ones that I've gotten. Joe Rogan, Jeff Martin, Tom Peter, YMH, Rich Roll Management, David Miguel, Lewis Howe, School of Greatness, Alex Devon, New Heights, Live Show. A lot of them use an email that's onlinepodcast.com. That one is definitely a big scammy scam. Whenever people offer you money for a Zoom, say no. Okay? Say no. If you get a phone call from someone saying you owe them money, say no. If anyone ever wants you to share your screen, say no. I do a lot of things. And I have never been paid for a podcast. And I've done a lot of podcasts. Now, I have been paid for live videos, but I will tell you, if you get paid for a live video, let's say by the CDC is going to have a group reach out to you, and you're going to do a Zoom with 5 people. And they're all going to work in Georgia or California. They're going to speak really good English. They're going to know how to spell desktop. It's DESKTOP, not desktop which is spelled DEXTOP. They have real names. They have real emails. Their new thing, or not even new, here's what it is. So they all have the same spin. And so since Joe Rogan, aka Jeffrey's not going to come on, let's just tell all this stuff. A podcast session, it will be a random discussion. Nobody ever asked you to come on a random discussion, except maybe me, about music, dance, entertainment, general life, nature, struggles of life, etc. Now, you'll notice there are a lot of grammar mistakes. What is most fulfilling about your passion, your remarkable journey of entrepreneurship, human rights, and social issues, including socialism? Me not a socialist. Me pay a lot of taxes. You can also talk about your lifestyle, thoughts, and personality. We've selected Facebook as our podcast platform, and it will be live on Facebook pages. Your participation will be compensated with $2,000. Thank you, Joe Rogan. Facebook is not a podcast platform. FYI. Not a Facebook. No, sirree, Bobby. It's not. Now I'm going to read you another one. Where are all of them? They're like coming out my eyeballs earlier today. Well, that's my website, guy. I got a lot of messages about where are you? Sort of tickles me. Where are you? Frozen. Well, I'm not frozen. That means you're frozen. Let's see here. Oh, here's another one. This is Tom Peter. I'm Tom Peter, a part of the YMH Studio podcast team, and I'm excited to personally invite you to our upcoming live stream podcast show. Again, podcast is not a show. A podcast is a podcast. Your impressive profile caught our eye, and we believe your insights would bring a unique perspective to our discussions. We'd love to have you join our panel conversation. Our first ever live stream covers a range of engaging topics. Now, the reason they say it's first ever live is because you'll never be able to find one. From entertainment and culture to lifestyle, fitness. If you asking me about lifestyle and fitness, I know you liar. You lie. And simple interview style segments. The show proudly carries sponsorship. I swear I've not seen this. You gotta look at this. Can you read it? It proudly carries sponsorship from Kentucky Fried Chicken. I promise you, this is real. Kentucky Fried Chicken, lifestyle, fitness, health. Is Kentucky Fried Chicken I feel like it's basically in the museum. And I love a red and white bucket and a Colonel Sanders. For your valuable contributions, we're offering generous compensation, and we have flexible time slots available. I bet you do. Should you be interested, let's connect to discuss the details. Your presence would undoubtedly elevate our show. Eagerly waiting your positive response. Tom Peter. So usually what I do is I reply to these people and then they don't reply back. Yeah, so see, dummy old Jeffrey Joe Rogan online podcast. Joe Rogan online podcast at gmail.com. And so what I would encourage you to do is always look up. So let's do a little, I'm going to practice. We're going to say, Joe, we're going to look up this thing called, hold on, Joe Rogan scam. Okay. Joe Rogan scam. All right. Here it goes. Steve Harvey, Joe Rogan pitch a Medicare scam. Okay, you got it? I got a scam email from Joe Rogan's people. Scammers are trying to hit me in the sweet spot. Joe Rogan, thank you for the the opportunity to appear on the Joe Rogan Experience. Deep fake scam, Joe Rogan. How the Joe Rogan incentive scam works. Joe Rogan on the biggest scam ever. So it's really important that people, if you get an email and you think these people are wonderful, this happened to me. It is embarrassing. I mean, it's like saying it's embarrassing that it happened to me. But I was thinking, oh my gosh, I've got college coming up and here I'm getting $3,000. I looked up the person's name who was not Joe Rogan. It was somebody else. Let's say it's, let's do Alex Devin and see what happens. And I got fooled and I panicked, and they are very fast and they're like, hi, how are you? Let's get into your Facebook. Let's get ready. This is going to be awesome. And you just start doing what they say. And I should have known when I said, I can't finish this because I've got to go pick up my son from school. And they didn't care. And I thought, that's kind of weird that they don't care. But I didn't. I knew my gut was saying, you're being scammed. And I kept doing it, right? Alex Devin scam. Let's see here. Oh, no, this one's not showing up because it must be new. Alex Devin. Lewis Howe School of Greatness. Let's see here. Lewis Howe School. And what it tells me, and I'm not in the FBI, I just pretend I am. So here's the Lewis Howe School of Greatness. Lewis Howe is a New York Times bestselling author and show host of the School of Greatness, one of the top growth mindset podcasts in the world. So here we go. We have a person, it's a real podcast, and you're like, this is going to be amazing. I can't wait for this. Now, we're going to add the word scam onto Lewis Howe School of Greatness, okay? And here it is. Lewis Howe's has, right here, we're going to go look here. Lewis Howe's, this is his page right here. Yes, I have someone who created a fake account. Should I feel sorry for the person who spends their time wasting their life on this? So I think if you look, you'll be able to find that these are scams. However, if you think I am not going to, maybe this is real, email the person, email Lewis Howe, email his people and say, I'm curious. Are you doing this? I got this email. Should I believe you? Okay, so here you go. Let's do this right here. Okay.
Of her talent. So if you can look at the topic, it's coming from Lewis Howes. So if any of you guys aren't familiar, and I'm not super familiar with him, but I've heard of him and I know that he's a giant, well-known podcaster. So the subject, online event collaboration proposal. So it's this whole long message talking about an event that they're producing and an opportunity to have them on.
So the reason I say that to you is if you believe that this is a podcast and you're going to get paid and you are really dying to do it, you are desperate for money, things are as bad times at your house. I get it. Just do a little search. Send me an email. You can send me an email and I will help you look and see if it's true. But it's not going to be. And I hate to say it, but you better watch out for anybody that says they're in California and they don't know how to spell desktop, D-E-X-T-O-P. So anyway, Jeffrey, I'm sorry that you're not on here. Oh, I know what I was saying about the FBI. One thing that I find really interesting about that is that I believe this is all the same person. There might be a couple random ones, but for the most part, this is a crime ring that is sending these things out. So the last time I did a live video, I was talking to the scammer, screwing around with them. And then I heard their phone ringing and they were like, well, hold on a minute. And then the guy started cussing at me. So somebody alerted him, hey, the person you're scamming is actually on a live video right now. So this is the third time Jeffrey has scammed me in a different way. And I think, I wish the FBI was interested in this. I don't think they are. It's almost like they've just given up and thought, and maybe they have more to do. They have to find missing children, which is obviously really important, but, it's a problem and I hate it for people. It was a terrible 30 days. It was very expensive. And I just hate for it to happen to anybody else. They're probably watching you right now. Turdy, turds. Subscribers see you for coffee, 8:30.